Hi everyone, it's Helen here and thank you for joining me today. So I have some exciting new products to show you. I've had so many new things on my desk, but for today I can show you these particular ones. I still have more to come over the next coming months, but these ones are for today. So I have some brand new album dies and binding dies to add to my collection of Simply Made Crafts. So I'll quickly show you some of them in a moment. Now this is one of the albums, so this is a brand new size, but before I get to that, I will be appearing today on Crafts Live. That will be on their Facebook page and on their YouTube channel. I'll put the details here and also a link down below for that. And it's a 1 hour show. If you're new here, it's a 1 hour show hosted by Crafts at their studios, and we will just be going through demonstrations, and Jeanette will be hosting. So it's a really good fun, and there'll also be giveaways as well. So join along if you want to. It's always nice, see people chatting. Everyone chats, and it's just a really fun 1 hour on a Friday, and that's at 1 p.m. London time. And I'll make sure that there's a link down below for that, so you have the choice there of YouTube or Facebook to watch that. And one of the giveaways will last until Sunday, I think it is. So there is a chance that if you do miss the show, you can watch the rerun, and there's still a chance for you to enter the giveaway. So anyway, I really need to show you all of these lovely new albums. So we have a brand new size. This is the MIDI album. So we haven't had this size before. It's not a complete square. It's kind of a slightly squished up square, but it's a very lovely size. So I haven't actually finished this one yet. So I will open it up. Now this was made using two brand new die sets, and I will show you the covers for those in a moment. So I'll quickly show you the album. So we get everything here to make the pockets. This side pocket here. This detail. We also have elements here for making magnetic closures as well, and we have all of this extra detail here on the flowers. I'm hoping that it's not too reflective. I've got my bright lights on today. So we have everything to make flaps and everything like that. And this is one of my favourite dies here. So we have this page that comes out there, and each one is a pocket. And I will get to this curved spine very soon. So that just slides in there. So to make this tab, it comes with this amazing, I know it doesn't look amazing, but to me it is absolutely amazing because I love it. It's a double-sided tab die. So I absolutely love that, and that just glues on there. So you can use these in lots of different things. Not just in your mini albums, you can get really creative with this. So as you can see, I have still yet to decorate the rest, but there is so much potential. So when I show you the die sets, you'll see what I mean by how much choice I'm going to have. So I'm just trying to grab those now. Okay, so I've taken the dies out already because I am in the middle of using them. So this one here at the top is the MIDI album die set. Where is this one here? The MIDI album die set. So in here you get everything to make the base page. This will make your pages and your covers. You get an extra die here that's going to do the lovely end. I can't think of the word now. It does the nice edges, that's the word, edges. And then we have a thing here for magnetic closures for your waterfall albums. And if you don't want to use magnets, we've included this little die there. It's going to do two scored ends in the middle, and it's going to be something for this to slide into so that you can just tuck it under to keep your waterfall secure. And we have these bunting here. We have a large flap here, which was on the front page of this one, and we have corner tabs, pockets. So this one is a really good starter set as well, and we've got some lovely label dies as well, and I just absolutely love these. I'm so happy that we have those in there. And then just to really bump up this album, we then have a second die set. This is called the MIDI Album Die Set Editions. So it's the additions that are being added to the entire range of the mini albums. And here you get extra pockets, you get all these lovely extra details here, so you can do some really nice pages. And it's not just for your mini albums. If you're into scrapbooking and memory making, and even this is quite small, that you may just be able to use it in your traveller's notebooks as well. This one is a very large die, it's a very long die, so it's going to be compatible with all the other mini album dies as well. So there is so much choice here, so I can't wait to get this one done. And I do have another album to show you that I've made using both of these sets. So this first album here was made using just this MIDI album die set, and also the small ultimate binding and spine system, so you get the curved spine. I'll be getting to this in a moment. And then this new album I have made using both of those die sets, so I've mixed them together. So I've used the first die set to make the base pages and the covers, and then I haven't completed this one as well. So, and then we've used the additions here. The additions have an extra page here. This one here is exactly the same size as the main page, so that you can then just glue them either side of the binding, so that you can create some excellent edging here with this long die that's included there. So tomorrow during the show I will be demonstrating how to put this album together, this exact one. So go forward again, there's just loads and loads of ideas. I mean, there's so much in these bundles that you can actually make every single page different. So we have the pocket there on the side, and it also comes with this lovely stitch detailing as well. Hopefully you can see that. I've got the bunting there, and it's just really, really good. I really love this size, and also the main pages do have the pockets at the top as well. So that is the MIDI album die set and the additions. I absolutely love that size. So moving on, let's get to the binding now. So this is the new binding. If you have our old style binding, that's going to be compatible with all of the albums still. It's still going to work exactly the same. You just have a few less pieces, and we have the addition here of a spine there. So here is the spine here. Hopefully you can kind of see that. And what that does, this is optional whether you want to use it or not. So I'll have examples of some with and some without. It just slides onto there, and then you can have a nice decorative curved spine. And that is available in the small and the large, so there will be some details on my website on which I've had a lot of questions recently about this new binding system and which albums it's going to work with. So there's going to be a comprehensive list on my website. The link for that will be down below, so you can go check that out, and it will tell you all of the different sizes that these binding systems are going to work with. So if I just quickly open this up, you will see here that we have these numbers here. They're going to be backwards, but here we have little notches so that you can size up your binding to the size of album that you need to use, and I'll be demonstrating that tomorrow as well. And we also have notches here for sizes of albums that haven't been released yet, so we have thought ahead. So that's the new binding. So moving on now to one of my favourite albums. This is the Landscape album, but I've turned it on its side because it does have two open ends, one on the long side and one on the short side, and if you turn it round you can use it with the large binding, which is this one here, and then turn it into a large portrait sized album. So it's really, really versatile. So with this album here I have used two dies as well. So we have this one here. This one was launched in January, so this is our ordinary Landscape album die set. So this is kind of like the base. It does the pages, it does the mats, it's got a little waterfall element and some nice details here and some pockets and a belly band. And then we have this additions here. So here you get an absolute bumper set of 37 dies. It's an absolutely amazing bag of dies in here. You can really feel the weight on it. It's empty for me at the moment because I have them all tipped out in a tray because I'm still working on these albums, but you get lovely corner pockets. This is actually quite a large one. And here we have a long one. Now this one does not fit this particular album because we do have another gift bag that we do like to turn into a mini album. So that actually fits the large flexible gift bag, so it's not kind of left out. There's something there for that bag. And we have waterfall elements with the leaf details and these ornate pockets as well, that carries on from the theme from my last release, which was the special occasions, so that the lovely ornate curves are there. And then we have extra words as well. So let's have a look inside the album. So this one I've decorated, and if you're wondering about the alpha, I do have a new alphabet die set as well. So these are absolutely the perfect size for your mini albums. As you can see, they're not too big, not too small. You can get quite creative with those. And everything I've used here is from either the alphabet stamp set, the binding, and the additions for the landscape, and the actual landscape die set. So I hope that makes sense. So let's open this up. So again, it's still a work in progress. I haven't exactly finished it just yet, but there's room here. There's a lovely big roomy pocket here, and we have this tag that slips out as well, and you get all of these extra details. Now this detail here is just a long thin die, and you can use it wherever you want. So using the additions, again, the additions have these extra page dies that are the same size as the landscape album die, so you can literally create your base page and then die cut another one on top using the edge die here, which is going to be compatible with the other one, so you can mix and match the long ones. And we have nesting dies here that have the beautiful stitch detail as well, and I just love this die as well. I have an extra one here. It's very delicate and it's just really, really nice. You can also trim that in half. And now here is the waterfall element. So you can line those up. They're all, because it's a die cut, it's all cut to the same size, so that it's very less likely that you're going to kind of get a wonky waterfall. There's loads of options there. And with this one, I've glued this on just with a bit of glue around these edges here. So this is now a pocket. So you can slide something in there, something interesting. And then here we have another pocket there. I just love these ornate pockets here. And also this label die as well, with the leaves coming out from behind. I just love the stitching detail on there as well. And then here we have another pocket there, where you can glue that down completely. And with these edge dies, you can put them here, so you can have a nice, just a half pocket. There's just so many options there for you to do. So I've gone further in for this pocket here. So again, there are so many dies in here. You can have every single page different. And here we have another. This was actually a pocket, a side pocket, like a corner pocket. I trimmed off the bottom, and it's now turned into a flap, so I can use that. And this is one of the pockets from the original landscape die set as well. So, and again, I've done exactly the same from the front. We have this section at the back. So again, not only is this good for your mini albums, you can use it in your scrapbooking, in your home decor. If you can imagine these, you know, home sweet home with this put on there, you know, you could spell out the home sweet home with that as well, with the alpha dies. So there are just so many ideas. It's not just for mini album making. You can just carry that through with your home decor and in your scrapbooks if you do scrapbooking. And last but not least, I don't have a sample for this, because our lovely Jeanette at Craft Stash has actually made a sample for this one. So I only made the 2 samples, or 3 samples here, and then Jeanette at the studio will have the other 2. And again, this is our first release. This was the portrait album die set that came out in January. This works with the smaller one, the smaller binding. And then our new release is this portrait album die set additions. So I absolutely love that. So it comes with the ornate pockets. It has an extra die here that's going to cut that shape out as well. We have the elongated nesting label dies. We have the corner dies. We also have some lovely waterfall elements and pocket elements. And this is another one of those long edge dies that's going to cut that off, so card making. You know, there's just so many other things that I can think of that you can use this for. And because of the lovely ornate shapes of these as well, these are going to be perfect at Christmas time too. Same with the gift tags as well. If you can imagine a lovely gift bag, a gift. Let me start again. If you can imagine a lovely album made as a gift for Christmas, or decorated up for Christmas as well. So these ornate edges here are just absolutely perfect for Christmas. So I'm really looking forward to making some Christmas versions of these new album dies. I really can't wait. So I'm choosing my papers carefully. Okay, so that is the new release. So we can look at that in closer detail tomorrow during Craft Stash Live. This is one of my favourites. I lost the dot for the eye, so I'm going to have to cut myself another one for that, but never mind, I get to cut myself a new one. So I do get excited playing with all of these new toys. So there's almost too much for me to play with at the moment, so I'm just having a lot of fun making the samples that I need to, and I just know that I can go back to it, and I'm just looking forward to making up some Christmas albums next. So please do join me for Craft Stash Live. All of the products that I've showed you today are available on the Craft Stash website, and the links and the supply list for that will be down below, so do go along and have a look. I mean, there are some albums that are still out of stock from when they were on Hachanda earlier on last month, so it was in July. I think it was the 9th and 10th of July, so those are still out of stock, but they are on pre-order and they are expected. I think it's next week sometime, or the week after. I think it's like around about the 12th of August. So you can get your name down for that, and those will be sent out as soon as they come in. Okay, so, oh, I just noticed I've got another dot missing from the eye there. Alright, I'm going to have to cut those two out again and nick the eyes and pop those on. Never mind, it's all fun and games here. So, thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to join me at 1 PM on Craft Stash Live on the Facebook webpage and on their YouTube channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye.